And there's just so much that we can do to find our purpose. And maybe if I had more time in my life, maybe I would explore that a little bit more. So anyway, something to think about. I have to say that out of all the videos I've ever made here on YouTube, my heart is just like pounding out of my chest right now, and I feel like people will judge me. And with this is that and the reason why I say people will judge me is because anybody that's actually doing YouTube, this is like the one video I tell them, hey, don't get on just to talk to your viewers. The reason why I'm so nervous is, I'm not here to give you a polished video today. I'm just simply here to talk about me, my vulnerabilities, and really, is this a therapy session for me? Is this a therapy session that might be able to help you guys? I don't know which direction is this going to go. We'll see. The thing about Adventures with Purpose is it's given me a purpose in life. It's not my purpose in life. It's just a small segment of it. Because, we end up with so many emails, so many text messages, so many phone calls that says, Jared, I want to be a part of Adventures with Purpose. I need my purpose in life. And, for all of us, I'm going to say that our purpose is really right there in front of us every single day, that we just need to kind of take the time to acknowledge that we get into a state of depression from time to time. All of us do. It is just just we as humans. I'm not depressed today. I mean, I have things that I want to work on, as my own, but I was really depressed a couple of weeks ago, or a month or two ago. So much so that I actually came home a week early from one of the trips that we were on, and I'm so grateful that Doug and the rest of the team were able to step in. And I don't know if it was depression, I don't know if it was homesickness, I don't know if it was just the weight and the burden of everything, of not getting certain things done because I was on the road dedicating time away from my home and other things I needed to do. But here, this is how it started. All right, we'll get into all of it. But for those of you who think that that I just kind of want to dive into the weeds to support one another, and I guess it really starts with our families that we know, that the purpose that we have right there is to be there for them and to take that time and I guess it's the gratitude. Yesterday I got my wife and my youngest daughter out of town right now, and that left me with my oldest daughter. She's now 25. That as I look around at the little girl that she used to be and the young woman that she has become, the memories that I've made with her in the past, but not to forget about the memories to be made right now. And so we just spent a nice quiet day yesterday, going to a movie and having coffees together, tea together, and just going for a drive and just chatting. And that we have to remember that that's our purpose right there in life is first and foremost our families. Reaching out to your parents and mending those bridges. There were years that I went for years with both of my parents without talking to them, until eventually one day it was at the end of the day, when I'm together with them, I have a great time, and everything else from the childhood and anything else is just water under the bridge, and you have to let those grudges go. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper here. And again, I appreciate your time. If you're one of those people who's like, hey, Jared, I don't want to just hear you talk, this is not the video for you. Like, you need to just bell right now. If you want to hear about us solving a case, bell right now. If you want to see a polished video, bell right now. And any negative comments, I'm just going to tell you, I don't need negativity in my life. And if any negativity, boom, I'll ban you from the channel. It's just the way it goes, because we don't need that. Nobody else needs to see negativity. So with that being said, I think that, oh yeah, I know where I was going. So, so getting to know the way that I think is in life, I go out, Adventure with Purpose as an example, and I go out there as a neighbor, that somebody asked me for help. I go out there as a brother, as an uncle, as a father, as a grandfather, because for that, I don't take that lightly. I'm very appreciative of it. But again, that's one segment of my life. And going down the deeper thought process is, what's our purpose in life? Where did we come from? What's going to happen to us after we die? I don't have those answers. I know we're not supposed to talk about politics, religion, or anything like that. And I'm going to hinge on it just a little bit, but not really, in that I don't know where we came from. Is there a bigger creator? And if so, for me, it's hard to wrap my head around it and say, all right, poof, one day there was that all being. But where did that first all being come from? I don't know. Did we come from a single cell organism? I don't know. If we did, where did that very first single cell organism come from? And poof, all of the things were created from there. I don't know. We cut ourselves and bleed. Our bodies heal. We're able to procreate and make babies and the additional generations that come after us from there. It's all amazing in life. And at the end of the day, I just want to be a good human. If there are pearly gates on the other side, I hope that I can get in, because I've done a lot of stupid stuff in my younger years. I want to be there for my family, One and Kira. I want to be there for those that need my help, my assistance. And so, so this is just a reminder to go out there in life, to be that good human, to be there for your friends and your family, and to mend those, the relationships that need to be mended. You have family that, so I have family where 100%, I'm sorry, but the bridge has been burned. There's no rebuilding it. Same thing with, some of my friendships as well. We have different chapters in life, and it's okay that we don't bring certain people from the last chapter into this chapter, but we may meet up with them again 4 or 5 chapters down the road from now. But I want to talk about, the gratitude that I have for videos. And so, for me, for today, why did I want to do this video? I think that some of it was just the reflection of the incredible day that I had, yesterday with my daughter. It was maybe this is my church today, that my church is outside, my church is your people, you my people. I don't mean for it to sound like that, that the service that we give to one another, and I don't know what scripture this came out of, whether, if it was in the Bible, or for those of you who have, often said, I think he was Mormon, I think he's Mormon. I actually grew up in the Mormon church, but I did give up all religion when I was 27 years old. That was almost 20 years ago. Because for me, it was is there one and only true church? Certain things didn't sit right with me there and in other religions. And so for me, it was what can I do to change my life to be a better human? Because like I said, I was a crappy person for a long time. So this morning, it was what's your purpose? And I actually have those shirts coming back, because, you wear the shirt, don't wear it if you're an introvert, because it's a conversation starter. But what is your purpose in life? And your purpose is different than my purpose. And, and because you had different people in your life, and you have different, pets or animals, or I guess pets and animals are different. You might have a neighbor that's aging, which reminds me, I have one that has now moved away that I used to go visit several times a week. And because of my own life, and now she's, on the other side of town, 5 miles away, I've not made it a point to go see her, but now I remind myself about it. So I'm at least going to call Bridget today and see how she's doing. But anyway, so what is your purpose? And I think that maybe that's how I want to give away this, is that after this video is over, go over to our YouTube channel, and in the comments section down below after the video is over, simply tell me, do a hashtag, what's your purpose? And tell me, what is your purpose? What are your joys in life? As I was sitting up here getting ready for, this video, I've got it right here sitting on my desk. I'll kind of just show you my desk. Right here. And so I've got this, dear Dad, thank you for it. And this is, mind you, my girls are like grown now, they're young adults. But dear Dad, thank you for everything you do for me, like paying for my gymnastics, doing stuff for me before you do stuff for yourself, and so much more. Thanks for being funny, happy, at work sometime, playful, fun, Daddy, and most important, thank you for being you. And for my other daughter, dear Daddy, have tons of fun at Seaside. We will miss you lots, and try not to get hurt. They know me well. We will have fun today watching the cars go crash, crash, boom, boom, which means that was Father's Day. Sorry. But anyway, that was that was on Father's Day, and here locally they have a Father's Day. What's it called? When cars go boom, boom, crash, crash. Demolition Derby is what that was. But then again, this is coming back to my purpose in life, and if you are a parent, you have a responsibility for your purpose in life for your own kids, and it's something else. Again, they're all grown now, but they made this for me a couple of years ago. Happy Father's Day to the most amazing, loving father, and looking back on these memories. And so life is about memories. It's not about things and what we can buy. It's about who we can help and how we're going to be, remembered in life. What's your purpose? And let me know what is your joy, or let me know what's your current depression and how you can get over that, or what you think, or other people can chime in to be there for you as a community to support you, and you guys can reach out to one another. For me, I think that my kind of struggle is I'm a yo-yo health person, nut. Sometimes I'm on the train, and other times I'm just like, give me whatever I want. And so, having the muffin top, becomes depressing. It's a weekly thing for me, and lately I've just not cared about it as much. I've been enjoying the food because I enjoyed making gourmet grilled cheese sandwiches in bed late at night with my wife while we settled in and we watch a show. Um, you know, but I look at the picture from 18 months ago where a lot of you saw me go on an 81-day journey and I lost 30 plus pounds. But now here we are 18 months later, and I am depressed because I look at that picture and I packed on over 40 pounds. So I weigh more now than when I started that journey. But I've also enjoyed the gourmet grilled cheese sandwiches and meals and entertainment with friends and family. For me, I'm very grateful for everything in my life. There's a lot of stupid stuff in my life that I wish I could go back and change or forget, but we have to also acknowledge that we are who we are today because of everything that's ever happened in our lives. So while I regret a lot of things, I would not change a single thing because I would not be sitting here in front of you today as the person, as the man, as the dad that I've become today. And I just wish that, those that are trolls, I just wish they would go away. They're just crappy people. But at the end of the day, you guys and your support has been incredible. Jana says you should know how many people love you, Jared. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you allowing me this platform today because, like I said, and I kind of started that early, I drill the other teams and other people that do YouTube all the time. Don't get on there just because you want some recognition and because you're lonely or whatever else to get on there and just talk to people. So I try not to use this platform, and I appreciate it very much. Lori says, we can never live in the past, only in the present, and be a better person in the future. And they say that today is called the present because that's what you have to look at and acknowledge. And, I just got a text from my daughter, she said, that's from my wife. Who's out of town. My daughter says, I'm going to go take a shower. Do you want to go to Moe's, Black Bear, or one street down for breakfast? I'm getting hash browns and fruit wherever we go. So, that's going to be my next purpose day. And then I have a shelf to make in a lean-to that I've got. I've been on this my entire life. I was a fat kid in school, and I'm still a fat kid now. And at times, freedom over fear. What's wrong? Just life in general. Nothing is wrong. We just need to acknowledge, what's right there in front of us, and take care of those smaller things that are wrong. Thank you, sir. So many stories and so many truths to that. I would not have met my wife had I not made some terrible decisions and, fork in the road. And I was actually quit school my junior year for a year and a half. I was going to go make my millions. I was going to take my life savings, which wasn't much. And this is before internet days. I'm leaving the entire country. And I took my dog, his name is Fuzzy. And in the Encyclopedia Britannica, for those of you who are younger that don't know what that is, basically that was our Google back in the day. And it was A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. And it had the entire history of everything that ever happened around the entire world. Not really, but anyway, it was a volume set. And in there, I'm like, what country speaks English that I can go to where they don't hate Americans? And so I found Grenada, a little island at the very end of the Bahamas, spoke English. I'm like, yeah, I am going to go be an island boy. I'm an island boy. Anyway, ended up getting my dog into the country. He was in quarantine for 10 days or so, but it wasn't long before my life savings, I'm talking like 1,000, maybe 2,000 after the plane ticket or whatever, didn't have any money left. There was no way that I was going to go looking for conch shells working for this other guy for $1 a day. That wasn't going to pay the bills. And so it didn't take long before I realized that I was not going to make my millions there. The U.S. Embassy ended up giving me a loan, which followed me for years. Eventually, when I finally paid a couple of dollars, they ended up taking all of it when I thought I was getting a tax return that year, which was really terrible. But anyway, so a year and a half later, after, living on the streets of Ogden, Utah and some other places, and sleeping in parks and hotel stairwells and eating out of garbage cans and getting tased in the park in the middle of the night by officers one night. So many things. Year and a half later, went home, knocked on the door of my dad's house. I did half a year of night school to get caught up for half a year. I was still a year behind, and that's when I met my wife, was junior year in English class. So Martin, I know exactly what you mean, that had I not gone through all of that, I would not have dated my wife, Kristen, through the rest of high school. We got married 2 weeks past her 18th birthday and 2 weeks before my 20th. So we actually walked down the aisle together. Or what's what's something you've been most proud of in life, and that you can do again or return to, or It can be whatever you want. Just do a hashtag, what's your purpose? Leave me a comment. Who is your go-to person when you're having a bad day? I think that's the problem. Doug is an incredible friend of mine, so as a guy-to-guy friend, I'll lean on him. I have my wife and my kids, but I don't share a lot of my go-to with them. I feel as though I've always tried to be the rock, the husband, the breadwinner, the dad. I have frustrations, but it's my job and my responsibility to get us through it, or for me to be strong for you guys, for them, I mean. And so that's a really tough one. And I think that's probably what leads to a lot of depression for all of us in life, there's been multiple times, more than a dozen, where I myself, was suicidal, to where, I've had things around my neck before, and as a teen, and as an adult, and you just feel like you're at your wit's end, and what is the purpose? But had I given up, I wouldn't have made all these other memories, that I have throughout the years with my own family, and I wouldn't be, the AWP would not be the movement that is today, because I started diving, and hey, I'm going to become a middle-aged YouTuber, and I'm going to get in the water and start picking up sunglasses and pick up garbage, to listening to, those that reached out in need. And so I look at this as the, girls growing up through the years, my skinny stages along the way, my fatter man stages through the way, the 10-year wedding renewal of, in fact, that was my heaviest I've ever been in my life. I had to go buy really big pants on that one, but just a 10-year renewal, a commitment to, my wife and my family, and so many great memories. And so, maybe start with that today in your own life. Go pull out an old photo album or old notes, and look back at it, and it's like, what were some of those great happy times that you had, that you really felt like you had your purpose, and you, for some reason in life, you may have lost that, and what can you do to get back to it? And just go call one person today. I'm gonna call Bridget. Like I said, it's my neighbor that used to live next to me, that we used to go over and visit all the time, and now she's in a nursing home, and she has no other family around. So that's gonna be my purpose today, after I go to a late breakfast with my daughter. It's not uncommon for her to eat breakfast at 1 or 2 in the afternoon. So anyway, on that note, thank you everybody for being a part of all of this with me. And just don't forget to call Bridget. Yes. All right. Anyway, any additional questions, I will be reading them for the next couple of days on this video, and I'll do my best to answer them for this live stream. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here with me, rambling. This is one of my worst viewed video the past year, but it's really you that are here, that really know and understand, that are part of this with us, that you're not just here for, that viral news update, or whatever we want to call that, you guys are here as real people, as real humans. I can say that. Thank you for, being a part of this family. Thank you for being my friend in this, and wish us luck later on this week.